What's the thing you miss most about SA that you took for granted when you were there?
The thing I took for granted when I was in SA was the potential to grow. That is the thing I miss the most. You don't appreciate it in South Africa. A lot of the time, people preach about how South Africa is crashing and how it's burning and it's turning into Zimbabwe and it's the worst place. One thing we possess in the country, if we are willing to pursue it, is the ability to grow. There's untapped opportunities. There is an untapped market. There is an untapped, but both sides need to come together, you know? Like
True.
Julius Malema, yeah, people want to laugh at him and he says crazy things, but he is right.
Yeah.
White capital does need to acknowledge in some way that there is a black electorate that has been pushed away for so long. But at the same time, black people must also admit it's very hard for someone to just give away the money. You've got to find a compromise in every conversation. You've got to find, and like, if people don't see it from both sides, if people just go, you're wrong,
Then it's
no
never
one goes
gonna,
anywhere.
yeah,
no one
it's never
goes
gonna
anywhere.
move together and make
There's
a plan.
always compromise, and people go, no compromise, then you're like, what you don't realize is if you don't compromise in a negotiation, you'll compromise in war. At some point, you're gonna get a compromise. And so,
And when it's a forced compromise,
exactly.
then yeah.
And so people don't realize, the one thing we have in South Africa, man, I took it for granted. We have the potential to grow. We have talent. We have a melting pot of people that doesn't exist in most places in the world. We have culture. We have a rich history. We have one of the best constitutions in the world, an amazing democracy. The way it's set up is phenomenal. The fact, people go, out democracy, out democracy. No, the fact that, look at it in such a short space of time, people going and I'm voting for the DA. Forget black, white. Now I'm going this party.
That choice.
This choice is now a thing.
Choice, yeah.
And it's good because let's say if the ANC rules forever, that's not good because now what's happening is it's a monopoly and it's a dictatorship. It needs to be a thing where even if the ANC is in power, they are going, we need to keep you. We need to show you why you should vote for us, not you voting
not
just because.
complacent.
This is not black party, white party. No, we've got to get to a point in politics where black and white are choosing sides. You know, and you're choosing because of the party and what they represent for you. So the biggest thing I took for granted, you come to America, they've been doing this for 200 years.
This democracy thing.
200 years, people fighting about the same things. Now there's not even a conversation. Here, people don't shift. People don't go, no, next election I might do this. No,
Because
people are
that
like,
person
this is
did
who
that.
I am. This is what I do. If you're this person, you go to that party. If you're that person, you go to that party. And the country as a whole, it's like jammed. The laws don't get made. The country doesn't move. You don't feel the
They
same.
move to stand in the same place.
There's less growth in the economy. Like with us, we struggle because of corruption and because of things that you see with the president and the way the systems are run. That's a problem, but we can fix it. When it's just
because
a
there's so
problem
much
where you
room
can't see.
to
Exactly.
maneuver ourselves.
I always say in South
to be
Africa, I go,
fair.
we've got problems. The problems involve corruption and unfortunately fixing what has happened for so long. We mustn't act like now
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. You know, for years people were poking holes in black people's buckets. Now you wonder why they can't get the water that they need. You know, and yes, there are some black people who are very, very rich. They've got giant buckets,
They've
but
got
it doesn't
lots of
mean
buckets.
there are people who don't. So that's the biggest thing I enjoy and I miss about South Africa.
Wow, very political, hey? That answer of yours, I'm just
We
like...
must all be political, Anian.
Sometimes, eh?
We must all be political.
Why
I've
do-
realized that.
Why do you say that?
We take it for granted. Political doesn't mean you're a comrade or you're not. No. Political means we are actively involved in how our world and our lives are being shaped.
Means you are aware.
When you complain about potholes, you don't realize that potholes are political. When you complain about load shedding, you don't realize that's political. Everything you complain about in your life is political. Why is the highway not being built? Political.
Why is the bridge falling?
Political. Why am I not getting the money I'm supposed to get at work? Political. Why are there not more jobs? Political. All of these things, political. Why don't fees fall? Political. All of these things are tied in.